Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. Thanks for joining us for another edition of the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. This is Marvelous One. Back at it again with Don and Philosophikal. Ready to talk about last week, week 2 of the NFL season. But before we get into week 2 of the NFL season, come on, man. We got to talk Coach Prime. Do y'all believe, man? That was a great game, man. So let me first say, I didn't even see the game. I fell asleep, yo. I fell asleep. I was like, man, this game is over. Man, they gonna kill Prime tomorrow. You know, after he showed out with the sunglasses and the hat and all of this stuff. Man, they kill him. I wake up the next morning. I got 80 text messages from Don and Phil. Like, what the hell happened? So I didn't even read your text message. I went straight to ESPN. I said, don't tell me these people came back. And man, that was a crazy ending to a game, man. I mean, you had everything. I mean, a start of a rivalry too between these two schools. That was an outstanding game, man.
Yeah.
Tough game, and now you're starting to see the growth of Deion Sanders' son being with Tom Brady, or as we call it, Brady time, because you could see how he was poised. I mean, they had the ball on the 2-yard line, and he marched down the field 98 yards.
Yep.
Without his most electrifying player, Travis Hunter.
Facts.
I've said this, throughout the show. I said if they beat Oregon this week, and I've told Marv offline, I don't think they're going to beat Oregon, especially without Travis Hunter. But I'm not going to bet against them. But if they beat Oregon, I tell you what, next week, Colorado versus USC will be the highest college televised game, probably the whole last 5 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, it's going to be so much hype for that game.
It's already. I mean, what's the ratings now, Marvin? I mean, you see all the celebrities at the.
It was the highest rated game.
Yeah. It's gonna be higher than that. You talk about celebrities. They're gonna have USC celebrities out there now.
Oh yeah. I mean, because if this game is late at night, I don't know what time this game is.
They play at 3:30. They play at 3:30.
So fantastic! Then I'll be up to watch it. Because if it's late, like this last one was 10. I'm gonna have to get a cup of coffee or something to stay up.
Yeah. Hey, I took a nap.
I
took a nap at 1 o'clock just so I could stay up.
It was crazy because at midnight they were still in the third quarter.
I know.
And the crazy part is that the ratings didn't drop.
No, the ratings didn't drop.
Did not drop. I mean, if you think about it, they equivalent to rock stars. They're like the U.S. Olympic team. When when they were coming off the Jets,
the dream team,
and they got the casual fans now too.
Yeah,
got the casual fans.
But think about it. I mean, this game here had all the drama and stuff that you want in a great show, right? Right. You had the drama between the two head coaches before the game, which created a whole thing with Deion with the sunglasses, and his promoting his own line, giving his players sunglasses and stuff. Then when they got on the field, Colorado State started out with a big lead, and then they had the defensive back that took Travis Hunter out of the game. It was crazy.
Go back to the beginning of the game because he called for all blackout, and all the fans wore black and wore sunglasses.
Right. Right. I mean, like I told you, I want to be entertained. This is entertainment. This is almost like wrestling. You know what I mean?
And then you had celebrities on the sideline. Yeah.
They said it was like a BET award. In Colorado, come on, son.
Right, they said the old man Colorado HBCU.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yo, man, that game was fantastic. It had all of the highs and lows and drama that you need, man. Great game.
Well, it was good, and the most important part of that game is you had two African American coaches playing, coaching. Because let's not act like Colorado State rolled over and played dead. They threw some hell of a punches.
Oh yeah,
and you can tell them boys was well coached and they was ready, for the drama that was about to transpire in front of them.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yes, sir. They coach had them ready. So I look forward to seeing this grow into a bigger rivalry between those schools, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yep, I'll be watching when USC and Colorado played. Is it going to be in Colorado or USC? In Southern California?
Let's see. Yeah, maybe in Colorado.
Okay.
Yep, it's at Colorado.
Colorado, so it's a home game.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
something. He gonna do something to get his team motivated.
ESPN gonna be there. The NFL Network gonna be there.
Wait, I'm sorry. This is Oregon next.
It's Oregon this week.
Yes,
the week
Oregon.
After that is USC, and you know that USC coach
they play at Oregon, and guess what? Oregon is a nice facility, and they already got a fan club there, so it's gonna be nice.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know that USC coach talks too. He entertains too, so it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be interesting. All right. Well, that's not like look past Oregon because that's gonna be gonna be a big one for him. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. So let's move on to the NFL, fellas. Let's talk about these running backs, man. Nick Chubb and Saquon Barkley both went down with injuries. Nick Chubb is done for the season. Well, likely done for the season. And Saquon Barkley's out 3 weeks with an ankle sprain.
And let's not forget my man Darvin's, man. That's Ravens. We 2-0. Don't do that. Don't do me dirty.
Hey man, that's why we got you on the show. That's why we got you on the show, man. I mean, I'm lost of running backs too. Alvin Kamara is suspended. Now Jamal Williams is injured now.
Back. Yeah, but we were talking about season-ending injuries.
We got Taysom Hill lined up at running back now.
Yeah,
he rushed for 75 yards, 9 carries, 75 yards.
Hey, that kid is built different. So let's not act like he ain't got the heart of a lion.
Oh yeah, he got the heart of a lion, baby. So, but we'll get into that. But yeah, man, what does this do for the running back market, man?
It hurts him. It hurts him in such a bad way. Because I was talking to my buddy earlier today, and I said, if I'm a running back, there's nothing I can do to change the owner's mind. Because once you come in the league, you got to go in that hole. If you don't go in that hole, you can't make no dough. Mm-hmm. So it's just like in a lot of these running backs, they're quality running backs. You can have a Bugatti, but if you drive a Bugatti hard for 2 years and you rent it out, it hurts. Nobody's going to want that. Nobody's going to want to invest in it. And nobody's going to want to invest in a person that's getting touched every play.
But that's the thing about it. I know we sometimes compare running backs to luxury cars. I look at them more like pickup trucks. Like you use them for everything. You take your wife out to dinner in it. You pull out tree stumps with it. You haul things in it. You do every damn thing. Right? Yeah. You're running back. Not only do you hand the ball off to him and running him into defensive lineman, 300-pound defensive lineman, but you also ask him, hey, pass block that 300-pound defensive lineman. Oh, after that, next play, I want you to run out for a pass, and you're going to catch a slant and get nailed by the linebacker. It's just like, it's so brutal that, and these are small guys that you're asking to go up against linebackers and defensive linemen every play.
I also think the Nick Chubb injury was a gruesome injury, but he's already on a contract. He's paid, but this really hurts Saquon Barkley. I'm sorry.
It hurts every running back.
Well,
everybody coming after them.
Well, specifically for Saquon, because remember, he held out for a little bit of that time, won that money. He signed that bozo franchise deal. Now he's out 3 to 4 weeks. His leverage is gone.
Well, he didn't sign the franchise deal.
No, he did.
He got a new contract.
He got a new contract
1 year
for 1 year for the deal he would have got if he signed a franchise deal.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and it's just you had to, I said it. He should have sat out. He should have sat out. And
I agree. It's not going to get him nowhere. It's not going to get him nowhere. The analytics is built up against him. Just like Marv said, nobody's going to pay you if they don't have to pay you.
Well, this drops the market for running backs now.
Yes, but here's the thing:
it drops below 10 million now.
It's not that it drops it; is that their increases have been so small. Like, I would say 20 years ago, quarterbacks and running backs got paid about the same amount.
Facts.
And then over the years, the quarterbacks will get huge increases, 20%. compared to smaller percentage.
And also, they changed the rules to protect them too.
And they've changed the rules to protect quarterbacks, so now they can play long. So to me,
so the same hits that were getting hit the quarterback, they're hitting the running backs.
Yes.
Here's the other part of it is that the coordinators designing the playbook for the quarterback. Some way, somehow, they need to change it. And also they protecting the wide receivers because remember, the wide receivers can't get touched either. I mean, they go across that middle.
Yeah, they're protected.
It's two-hand touch.
But think about it.
It's tough to protect the running back. How are you going to protect the running back?
But think about it. But think about this point. You
have to design the playbook.
But think about this point. A receiver only touches the ball, what? 7-8 times a game? Maybe you got a Cooper Kupp that gets it 10. But it ain't that much. They may have to block a little cornerback every so often. But you got your 5'9", 210-pound running back blocking. What's the big guy that plays for the Bucks?
Vita Vea. Vita
Vea. Trying to block him or block a linebacker that's coming through like a missile on a blitz. And he got to do that every play, every pass play. You ask him to run the ball.
To
protect the quarterback. They are killing themselves, man. And I think the NFL, man, they're doing these running backs wrong. And guess what? The worst thing to the running backs are other running backs because they're waiting to take their spot.
Yeah, so they're good. They're crabs in the barrel. Thank you, Mom. They're crabs in the barrel. So if you're a running back, you got to start asking yourself, is that a position? If I'm a great athlete, is that a desired position that I would like to play?
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Think about Deebo Samuel. I mean, they try to use him as a running back. He argued that.
They tried to make Lamar a running back.
That's why I feel like Taysom Hill should be arguing about playing running back because that's what they're using him as.
Yeah.
But look, man. I know we made our picks early on in the season, and we made some wild picks. We'll get into the reckless picks that we made next week. We'll see how reckless they are next week. But I know you guys got some surprise, like 0-2 teams. Don, who's your surprise 0-2 team?
Oh man, mine's is the Panthers, man. They are hurting. They're killing me softly. Man. I expected them to at least be a 1-1 by this time, at worst. And right now, I just don't see the growth. I see the growth in the quarterback. I just don't think that line is designed to protect them.
Don, I watched that dude last night. He looks tiny. I mean, I saw a defensive lineman take him down with one arm. They just grabbed him and just, like a child.
He looks uncomfortable too. He looks uncomfortable too.
You be uncomfortable too. You knew your line couldn't protect you.
The line can't protect him. And he ain't got nobody to throw the ball to.
But I mean that's got to be max protect. I mean, he got to have the greatest offensive line ever because he is tiny. My thing is, there's nothing special about it. At least I had noticed. I mean, I hadn't seen truly his accuracy. Maybe that's what's so special about him. But like Kyler Murray's fast. You know what I'm saying?
So, Marv, what you just said is absolutely correct. He is like Tua. When Tua gets that time, Tua gonna fry you out. Tua got a line. Tua can see that play. So, and once again, you gotta have playmakers around you. So let's not act like Tua just doing guy from the grocery store.
But Tua, Russell, Tua's got good receivers. But look at Russell Wilson, look at Tua, look at Drew Brees. One, they weren't 5'9", they were 6 feet. And two, those dudes are stocky. This dude, I'm not just talking about height. His frame, he looks tiny.
Tua just put on weight this year. Tua was small. Tua was hell of a small.
So maybe
Flutie small.
Maybe Bryce Young got to get in that gym.
Well, to make it worse,
put some creatine in his coffee, no doubt.
What'll make it worse? Another 0-2 team, but his counterpart, C.J. Stroud, is number 3 in passing yards. Is doing better with a worse team, and he's putting up numbers.
He is. He put up.
He's putting up numbers. Yeah, he's putting up numbers. He's number 3 in passing right now. But so
I think he put up, what was it, 384?
Mm-hmm.
384 against the Colts.
He's getting better week by week.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see this kid Bryce Young get better. Like he looked.
Wow, really? He has nothing around him though.
I
The
mean,
disrespect is
Wow,
double
Marv.
issues.
Wow.
The
I,
disrespect.
I was watching him like, man, like, and I know we got a good defense, so maybe that's what it was. But we manhandled them.
You talking
They
like
had
that
nothing.
dude Zach Wilson, man. I mean,
It almost
Jeez,
feels
Marv.
like that.
He doesn't have
But
any weapons on the outside or a running game.
I got to give him 3 years. I don't want to say the
facts.
kid is a bust or anything like that. I always say you got to give him 3 years. So we'll see.
I,
Okay.
We'll
I'm
see.
itching to see what that
Okay.
GM going to do to build around it because you got to get him some weapons and you got to give him
Yeah,
some protection.
yeah. He's got a lot of work to do, but I need Bryce to get in that gym. I need him to get a little bit bigger.
Hey, Mom, he just got to put some creatine in his
He just got
coffee.
drafted. He can't get in there this year.
He got to do something, dude. I mean, like his linemen were blocking our defensive line, and they just reached out and just grabbed him like a little child and just get down, son.
Yeah, he got to put some creatine in his coffee, put some rocks in his pocket.
It's something.
Yeah.
Who's your surprise team? Surprise 0-2 team, Phil.
Man, the Broncos, man.
Mm.
Man, you know what? I thought Sean Payton, and I'm not putting any blame on Sean Payton on this, right?
Why
Where's
not?
well,
Because
let
Russ
me
out there
explain.
kissing babies. Go ahead, Phil.
I mean, where is Jerry Judy?
Mm.
Cortland Sutton has been. Sutton. Yeah, I don't know where he is. Now I will blame him on the offensive line. The offensive line does not look great. But that defense, I'm just a little
Not
frustrated.
trash.
They Russell Wilson just looks very confused. They can't. The offense doesn't move in the second and third quarter. They relied on a Hail Mary play. That game was not as close as it was. They can't run the ball. I thought Sean Payton would coach his team up and it would be better. But seeing them this week, they got a lot of holes in a lot of
Sean
areas.
Payton running a prison.
They got to and I don't know what you do about Russell Wilson. They probably just got to build some things
Hold
around.
on, Russ ain't played bad last game. Stop it. Stop. Look at the numbers. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't.
If you
Russ
look
did
at
not
those,
lose
a
that
lot
game.
of those numbers are padded, right? A first quarter and the fourth quarter. If you go back and see their offense was not moving in the second and third quarter. They gave up 7 sacks against the Commanders. So
the first half they were playing well.
21 points.
Second half,
second half, it's just
21 points. The defense lost that game. You up 21. Come on, man.
But they continue going 3 and outs in the third quarter. They went 3 and outs.
And you let
That's a lot to ask your defense. That's a lot to ask your defense. So I don't know if it's play calling. Russ is just not a good fit right now. They can't train him. They just got to build around him and deal with it. But I see this team being bad for the next 2 years. He got a lot of work cut out for him, and I picked this team to be better than last year. So
I did too.
This is probably my reckless pick right here.
They like oil and vinegar, man, and I don't think Sean Payton is willing to bend. One of them got to go.
Sean Payton ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Russ because now you got proof Russ is a problem.
I think Sean's a problem because right now your defense is losing. So if Russ doing his job and you putting points on the board, I mean, he threw for 308, 3 touchdowns. I mean, what more you want him to do?
50 came on one play at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And
so he really 250. But
250.
And my Mike Tomlin voice. I ain't gonna apologize for throwing a touchdown.
Well, yeah, a tip touchdown, a Hail Mary. Come on, man. You don't get credit.
I ain't gonna apologize.
But I will put a lot of pressure on Sean Payton about this offensive line. That's his bread and butter right there. And that offensive line does not look good right now. So if I was to blame Sean Payton on that one, that's his bread and butter, the offensive line. So
well, you got to give him more than a year.
Exactly.
But look,
exactly.
So here's my surprise pick. Even though I'm not that surprised because I didn't pick them winning the division, I had them coming in third in their division. The Bengals. And here's why
I'm not surprised, but continue.
Here's why I'm surprised. Man, they look bad. They look bad. Like they look really bad against the Browns, and they look bad against the Ravens.
They were who we thought they were.
Yeah, well, I think I picked them 8-9. Man, I think it might be worse than that. I don't think
so. They can't go any worse than that. I had them 4th. They can't get any worse.
I had them going 8-9. I'm concerned. I think they're gonna go worse than that.
Rightfully so.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, so pull that thread right now. So if he really is hurt and he was rushed back, their backup quarterback has not thrown a pass in the NFL.
If Joe Burrow
completions,
if he's legitimately hurt, the Bengals will win 5 games.
Well, they said he re-aggravated his calf, so they took him out of the game. So he might miss some time.
He's going to, Mom. So look, I'm gonna pull the thread for you, Mom. Rams win or lose with the backup quarterback. Then you got Tennessee, you got Arizona, you got the Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
Then you got a bye week, right? And you're thinking, okay, cool. He come back off the bye week. 49ers, Bills, Houston, Baltimore, Steelers, Jacksonville.
Yeah, we'll see.
1-7, 1-8.
It's not looking good. That's why I said
it ain't looking good for my.
It ain't looking good. I'm thinking it's gonna be worse. I had them going 8-9 because they got a first place schedule. And yeah, I'm really concerned for the Bengals right now, dude.
Yeah, I'll add to that. Another team I'm concerned. I thought you were gonna go this route. That I'm very, very concerned with, and I just hold my head down, is the Bears.
Oh yeah, I mean,
oh my God,
that was a surprise.
I'm not that surprised.
We were pulling for him.
I was pulling for him. That was more of my reckless pick.
We're not seeing. No, but I at least would have want to see some improvement. They went out and spent all that money in free agency and see some improvement. We're not seeing.
See some improvement. They bring in DJ Moore. You made it for him. And you got him out there catching a bunch of bubble screens. Like, what are we doing, Bears? As you guys winning the division, and this the best y'all can do. So I didn't want to say they were my surprise team because I knew it was a reckless pick. But anyway, man, let's do our recap.
Get into it.
Let's go. All right, so we had the Thursday night game. We had the Eagles at home against the Minnesota Vikings. Phil, I know you don't want to rant, but I want to rant for you.
Not yet, man. I'm gonna give him a third week. They start out 0-3.
No. Look, we ain't talking about. We're not gonna say them. We're gonna say that defense. That defense is bad. Trash. That defense is bad.
It's very bad. It's very bad.
That is concerning. I mean, look how hard Kurt has to work. I mean, the dude threw for 364 yards. Justin Jefferson had 159 yards receiving. They got to work hard.
We couldn't stop a cold.
No, you couldn't stop a nosebleed. That's terrible.
It's insane, man. It's insane, man.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on. The Sunday games, we had the Falcons at home against the Packers. The Falcons came back against the Packers. Jordan Love started out pretty good, and I don't know what happened in the second half. And my goodness, that boy Bijan Robinson is a beast. Did you see the play where he shook two Packers defenders? I mean, it almost looked like he broke their ankles, one after another. First the linebacker, then the defensive back. Falcons with the win, 1-point win over the Packers. Next, we had the Bills at home against the Raiders. The Bills blew out the Raiders 38-10. That was Phil's reckless, bold pick. Like, stop it, Phil. Yeah. Blew them out of the water. All right. Next, we had the Bengals at home against the Ravens. The Ravens pulled it out 27-24. What's that?
King of the North.
Yeah, well, I mean, didn't you guys have a big lead in this game?
Yes, they did. Yes, 27-10.
Yeah. And you took your foot off their necks.
As usual.
Yep.
I'm not apologizing for a win. Next slide.
All right. Lions at home against the Seahawks. Geno showed us up 328 yards.
Geno burnt me.
Yeah, he burned me too.
Real Seahawks every week. Wish we get this every week.
I know. Wish they play like this every week. They win the game 37-31 in overtime. So that was a good game. I wish I would have watched that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But next, we had the Titans at home against the Chargers. And, hey, I told you, I said the Titans, no way the Titans lose 2 in a row. Titans pulled this one out in OT. Those pathetic Chargers. That should have been my surprise 0-2 team. But you know what? I ain't surprised.
I'm not
Chargers
surprised
stink.
Yeah. Bad coaching. You talk about a bad defense. Oh boy.
Bad.
Holding this young quarterback back. It's Justin Herbert. Get out of there, man.
Yeah.
All right. This should be my surprise 2-0 team here. We had the Bucks at home against the Bears. The Bucks won this game 27-17. The Bucks are now 2-0 with Baker Mayfield at quarterback. 317 yards.
We were completely wrong about this team.
Yeah, we were. And I'm sure we're going to hear from some Bucks fans about that too.
Yeah.
Man.
Whatever. Next slide. Jaguars at home against the Chiefs. The Chiefs won this one 17-9. Patrick Mahomes threw for 305 yards. Yeah.
Phil and his bold pick.
Yeah, another bold pick.
I figured Trevor Lawrence would show up, but I guess not.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta question the Chiefs here. I mean, they're not putting up a lot of points on a lot of yards.
No, they're a defensive team.
Chris Jones came back, and Travis Kelce came back.
Yeah, well, yeah,
that offense didn't.
That offense is still struggling. So, all right. It was a good game here. The Texans at home against the Colts, and Anthony Richardson left the game with a concussion, but he was playing well.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
but he can't be. They can't call plays for him like that. Even one or two things, and I hate to say that. I'm glad that he got hit hard and he's not hurt. But either you put Jonathan in, or you sit the kid out for the year.
Well, I mean, but that's his special talent. It was a fake run play, naked boot to the side. He ran, what was it, 10, 15 yards for the touchdown. It was the hit. It wasn't so much the hit was a hard hit. It was that he hit his head on the turf when he fell back. And that's led to the concussion. So hopefully the kid's okay, but he definitely a special talent. I'm starting to believe, but not really. Anyway, next slide. Rams at home against the San Francisco 49ers, and the 49ers won this one 30-23.
This is a good game.
Is it me? Or they just look effortless when they just out there winning.
Yeah, they're not trying.
Well, wait till Cooper Kupp comes back. I told you my Rams pick is looking good.
Well, they got a rookie that's putting up really good yards.
Monster numbers. Yeah.
Monster numbers. 10 receptions a game. Yeah, he's killing
it.
So
do you stop his growth? More to follow.
No, you use him as your second receiver with Cooper Kupp. You open up that offense.
Is Cooper coming back 100?
He'll be back in a couple weeks. But they talking about trading Cam Akers, so we're gonna see how this goes out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, next slide. Cardinals against playoff Danny and the Giants.
No.
They were down 28-0.
It was 20-0. It was 20-0.
I'm sorry, 20.
Yeah, 20-0. And it came all the way back without Saquon. Saquon left, I think maybe the third or early fourth quarter. And playoff Danny kept it going, man. They got the win 31.
Let's not act like the Cardinals didn't throw that game for that.
They did.
First round pick. They just didn't really get a call from the NFL. That's all.
The Giants look terrible, and I think the Cardinals owner called down. It was like, "What the hell are y'all doing? We are trying to get What are y'all doing? Stop it!"
This is the second week in a row for the Giants, though. I'm telling you.
Yeah. They
second week in a row for the Giants.
They hadn't scored a point.
Somebody's about to get fired.
It took 4 quarters. No, it took 6 quarters for them to finally score, because they didn't score none against the Cowboys. That was 4 quarters. They didn't score none in the first half. 6 quarters. It took 7 quarters for them to finally score.
Hey,
I'm concerned. I'm very concerned.
Supposed to be.
You should be. Well, we'll see. Hey, playoff Danny. That's why he's getting that big money.
You predicted them as second place in this division.
No, I picked them to win the division. It was reckless.
Oh, well,
reckless. Next slide. We got the Cowboys at home against the Jets.
Talking about the Super Bowl Cowboys.
Hey man. Hey man, the Cowboys have scored 70 points in 2 games and given up 10.
If I'm playing women's JV, of course.
Hey man, what did I tell you?
Trash in New York.
Hey man, what did I tell you? I don't make the schedule. You know, you put this trash up in front of me, and hey, I'm supposed to beat it.
Man, hey, they rising the price of gas, man. They all gassed up.
They all get. Oh,
what they selling.
It's all gassed up. I'm sure Dell's gonna leave us a message. It's all good.
hey, in my mom voice, I got 28 years of data.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and another reckless pick by Don. By Marv.
What was another reckless
pick? You said the Cowboys not making the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. All right. Next slide. Next slide. Broncos at home.
Oh man,
the Commanders. Man, this was a good game. I caught the end of it, and I caught Russell Wilson's Hail Mary touchdown pass, and then they couldn't get the 2-point conversion and lost to the Commanders. I mean, the Commanders came back. I mean,
yes, they did.
Yeah, it was a big lead by the Broncos, and they came back, man, pulled it out 35-33. So I mean, hey, I don't know what to say about Sean Payton and Russ. They got some work to do, man. Hopefully they can salvage this, but I doubt it. They play the Dolphins next.
I doubt it, yeah.
Next slide.
Patriots
at home against the Dolphins. Although the score is close, 24-7, this game didn't seem close at all.
No, it didn't.
Thank you. Miami took their foot off the net.
They did. I mean, it felt like the Dolphins were feeling sorry for them. It's almost like the Patriots were working super hard just for first down.
Yep.
It was really difficult for them to gain any yards.
And they used them like a chew toy, man. It was they dominated the whole game. It was the whole surprise.
Game. Yeah. All right. And lastly, them damn Saints, man. Monday night. We had I'm sorry, not lastly. We had 2 Monday night games.
Yeah, we had 2 Monday nights, Mom.
Right, that's right.
Really.
Yeah, I mean I am. But let's start with the first Monday night game. We had the Panthers at home against the Saints. The Saints got the win, 20-17 against your boy Bryce Young. I mean, the child Bryce Young. I mean, this kid.
He's a kid.
I mean, he looks tiny out there, man. I was like, damn. I was fearful that this kid was.
Derek Carr looked good out there. Derek Carr looking good. 2-0.
He was okay.
2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
2-0. So that's good. But there was a couple of times I was like, come on.
When was last time y'all was 2-0, Marv?
When last time was 2-0? I can think of that. That was recent with Drew Brees.
Drew Brees?
Brees has been retired.
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees retired 2 years now, man. Come on, now stop. Like Dan Marino or somebody.
2-0. They're 2-0, Don. They're 2-0.
They're 2-0, but late, man. Let's give credit where credit is due. That defense is nasty. Yeah. That defense is on it, yo. So,
no doubt.
But credit to Derek Carr. Simple job. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
They back running Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill led the team in rushing. 9 carries, 7.
But Marv, I like the flow of it. It was a good change of flow, change of pace. It caught him off guard. They moved the rock, and then after that, they had to switch. When they thought that they was going to run it again, they switched it up on him. I like the change of tempo.
Yeah, it's a change of tempo. But Derek Carr, I got to give him credit because he had 2 deep balls where he dropped it right on the money. He threw one to Chris Olave down the left sideline. Chris Olave made a hell of a catch, but it was a great ball that he threw. And then there was another ball that he threw to Rashid Shaheed on the right sideline. Perfectly thrown ball. So he's throwing that deep ball nicely. I just need him to be a little bit more consistent in that mid-range. So work on that mid-range jump shot, Derek. And AB, my 9 years of data, it may slightly change.
Another reckless pick.
So, I need you to get it. That wasn't reckless.
Another reckless pick.
He's shown to be consistent. This is consistent. This is what he's done.
We told you this.
Yeah, no, we told you. We told you.
Consistently average. That's the point I'm trying to make.
And that's all you need.
Yeah.
28. So it's average. So All right, we'll see. We'll see. We play the Packers next. All right, last the Steelers with the coach that's on the hot seat according to Don.
He's
At
still
home
on the hot seat
against the Browns, the Steelers got the win 26-22.
Was you impressed with that win?
I was
No,
not impressed.
I wasn't
I was
impressed.
not, and I still have grave concern for them because they still have no identity.
Well, I think
Their running game is not picking up.
nope.
They're stopping it with ease. And now you're trying to ask that young quarterback to drop back who cannot see a defense.
Look,
He's in trouble.
The Steelers need to just look themselves in the mirror and look. The days of the steel curtain and running the ball and smash mouth football is over. Let that young man air it out because George Pickens is the man. Cat had 127 yards receiving. Get him the ball. He's your man.
Yep.
Let's stop.
I call the right plays. Got to move him around.
Yeah, move him around. Get him in the slot. Take advantage of this kid. So, all right. Let's make some more reckless picks here. Let's do our predictions. All right. So we got the Thursday night game. We got the 49ers at home against the Giants. All right. Now, I've been rooting for the playoff Danny and got the Giants winning that division. But I ain't no fool. Giants don't have a snowball chance in hell of winning this game. 49ers. I got the 49ers winning. What you got, Phil?
49ers. I don't need to discuss this. Saquon Barkley hurt.
Yeah.
They may score 3 points this game.
I don't know if they're going to score that.
So 49ers here.
Yeah, they may not score at all. Don.
Smooth blowout, 49ers. Let's go into the next one.
Yeah, let's not spend too much time on that one. All right. At home, we got the Browns. Oh, by the way, the 49ers are 10-point favorites.
It may be higher than that.
Yeah. All right. We got the Browns at home against the Titans. The Browns are 3-point home favorites here. I don't care. Best players out for the season, Nick Chubb. I'm going with the Tennessee Titans with that man-child at running back. Got the Titans winning this game. Phil, who you got?
Yeah, unfortunately, I got to choose the Titans here.
You got to choose the Titans? This is why I don't like going first, Phil. I know you're going to.
Got to choose the Titans here.
You're going to pick what I got, huh? All right.
Nope.
Don,
I'm going to go with the Titans. I mean, I'm kind of hesitant about this one because I think this is going to be one of the first games where as though they're going to ask him to earn his pay. And last game, because last game, I mean, he threw pretty good. But I'm looking at the Titans. I mean, he got 444 yards, but 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions. I mean,
you know what? That I'm gonna change my pick on this. I'm
going with the Browns, man.
I'm actually gonna go with the Browns on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns too because I don't trust the Titans.
I don't trust the Titans.
Wow. Yeah, Tannehill. I just can't believe in Tannehill. I tried. I got to go for facts on this.
You got to go with facts?
You got to go with the facts on this
one. I mean, that's all on you. I got the Titans winning this one. I'm sure the Titans will.
I can't trust them.
I'm sure they won't.
All right. Next, we got the Lions at home against the Falcons. The Lions are 3-point home favorites. I think the Lions are going to get this. They had a close game against the Seahawks. Although I think the Falcons are going to slow the game down with that running game that they got. I still think the Lions are going to win a close one. Lions. Phil, who you got?
Man, I've been telling y'all about the Falcons all season. Ritter is not messing it up. I'm choosing Falcons here.
Falcons, okay. Don.
Man, I'm going with the Lions, man. I mean, I like the way they're moving the ball, and I think their defense is pretty solid. I don't believe in the Falcons quarterback, and I think that they're going to wear that young kid out. So I'm gonna go with the Lions on this one.
Okay, all right. We got the Packers at home against the Saints. The Packers are 2-point home favorites. All right. So this is where we finally get a team that has a good quarterback that can put up points. The offense can put up points. So I think this is where we're gonna have problems because I don't believe Derek Carr is that guy like you guys think he is, and I think this is the game he's gonna have to show it, and I don't think he is. So I got the Packers winning this. I think the Packers are gonna beat us. Yeah, I think this is like I said. I think the Saints are going 9-8, and I think this is the game we're gonna lose because it's in Green Bay. Jordan Love and that offense will moving up and down the field on the Falcons. I think they're going to give our defense a little bit of problems. Not a lot, but a little bit. But we're struggling offensively. It's not all Derek Carr. I think our offensive line is struggling. They can't block. They're struggling to pass block. Seriously. Like they're literally taking Derek Carr out of the game and putting Taysom Hill in and running the Wildcat offense. So that's how we're playing ball control. So yeah, I got the Packers winning. Who you got, Phil?
I got the Saints. I think the Saints defense is nasty.
It is.
I think Jordan Love's receivers are young. Jordan Love is young. I don't trust the Packers defense. And I'm a little concerned about them based off of, the Falcons defense is not that great.
Nope.
And they let the Falcons come back last week. And the Saints defense is much better. So what you think you're going to do against the Saints this week? So I'm picking the Saints here. I think it'll be a close game. So Saints.
Don.
Yeah, I'm looking at Carr. This is going to be the game that's going
Yeah,
at least win me over and prove that I was right. I think he's going to manage the game correctly, and I think the defense is going to play solid. I got the Packers turning the ball over, and when they do turn the ball over, it's going to equal points for the Saints. I got the Saints winning this one.
Okay. All right. Next slide. Dolphins at home against the Broncos. Yeah, the misery for the Broncos continue. I mean, the Dolphins are 6.5-point home favorites. Yeah. No rest for the weary for Sean Payton. Dolphins win. Phil, who you got?
Man, I got the Dolphins here. What surprises me with the Dolphins is just as much as their offense is running, that defense is nasty too.
Defense is nasty. Yeah, we don't give enough credit.
And they don't even have the cornerback that was hurt. They just got him. What's his name?
Oh, you're talking
Jalen
about
Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, they don't even have Jalen Ramsey.
That's right. And they got Xavier Howard on the other side, locking down things. So yeah, they're gonna only get better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm picking the Dolphins here.
Don.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, this is gonna be a game where we're gonna find out if Sean really can get these guys going. Because if not, you're gonna go in Miami and get embarrassed. Because I think the Miami Dolphins are very serious about what they're doing, and I think that they're not. They realize that sometimes you need to keep the foot on the gas, and I think they're gonna keep their foot on the gas. I got them beating them by like 14 points.
Woo!
I can see that.
Wow. Woo!
All right. Okay. Next slide. 2 0-2 teams. We have the Minnesota Vikings at home against the San Diego Chargers. 2 disappointing teams, right?
Speak on it.
Did I say San Diego?
Yeah.
Still saying San Diego.
Los
Angeles Chargers. Yes. Minnesota and the Chargers. And this game is even. So, yeah, I'm going with Kirk. Vikings at home. I got the Vikings winning this one. Don. Nope. I'm sorry. Phil, who you got?
I'm going with the Chargers. Let me tell you why. I think this is going to be a back and forth game. It's going to be a high scoring game.
Yep.
I think the Chargers defense is a little bit better than Minnesota's, and I think that will be the equal
difference
here. Yeah, I think this will be a difference. And I tell you what, the Chargers coach is on the hot seat. So if they lose this game, he may be out of there. So I think they're going to be playing with some urgency. So I got the Chargers here.
Don.
Man, I believe in Kirk. It's really that simple. I think Kirk's going. He realizes that he's just going to have to put on his Michael Jordan hat and just put up points. So I think, and I don't think that they're going to have those type of critical drops that they had last game in order to put themselves in that situation.
Mm.
So I got Minnesota.
That defense is bad, man. You can't fix that defense
Yes, but your offense is clicking. That's not. Hey, listen. Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Let me get hot for a second, man, because you be disrespecting Kurt a little bit too much, man, and you're ungrateful. You know,
I'm
ungrateful.
I'm very
Showed you
ungrateful
what
for that
having a bad
defense.
quarterback could give you. That's 0-40. And I'm gonna tell you, the last game that y'all played, guess what? If you didn't have Kurt, y'all would have got blown out 0-42. So let's not act like Kurt
I
did
agree
not
with that, but
make
that
that
defense.
game. He made that game exciting, and he made that game
He
believable.
did
But
not
you
make
don't
that
even
game
believe.
decisive. The Eagles let their foot off the neck. That's first of
He
all.
let
Second
nothing.
of all,
You can't
second
stop
of
Kurt.
all,
You
second
can't
of
stop
all,
Kurt.
second of all, Kirk is throwing 40, 45 times a game. We can't run the ball. So what do you expect?
So what? That's Kurt's game. He's been betting on himself from day one in Washington.
Oh well,
he's a gambler.
I'm not putting a lot of the blame on Kirk
And
Cousins.
you got the best receiver in the game. Stop playing.
I absolutely agree. But the defense is bad. We couldn't stop a cold, and we can't run the ball.
Okay, then put up points.
It's no good if our defense can't stop anybody.
All right. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Y'all ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. Next
slide. Jets at home against the Pats. The Packers are actually the Patriots, a 2.5-point road favorites. And you know what? I agree with that. This is where Bill Belichick gets off the hot seat, like Don was saying.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad about that. I want Aaron there to roast him up, man. Aaron getting hurt like the Cowgirls think they winning the Super Bowl and put Bill Belichick back in the fight.
Yeah, Bill Belichick is winning this game, man. Come on. Yep. I don't believe in Zach Wilson. Phil, who you got? You got Zach?
No. I got the Patriots here, but I think it's gonna be closer than expected because the Jets defense is really good.
The Jets defense is good, but Zach can't do anything.
He can't do anything. So I mean, the defense will keep it close. But I got the Patriots winning this. Belichick destroys Zach Wilson all the time. So
yes, he does.
No discussion here.
Don, you got Zach?
Okay. Now here's my one little rant that I'm going off because I got tired of the Jets comparing themselves to the 85 Bears just because they had Aaron Rodgers. Let me tell you something. You couldn't even compare yourself to the Baltimore Ravens when we had Sugar back there. Because guess what? If you was a solid defense like you thought you were, if you was a solid defense like you claim to be, you can win without a quarterback. Because guess what? We won a Super Bowl, kicking 5 field goals a game. So don't be telling me and blaming it on that young quarterback. I had Trent Dilfer. Stop playing.
Stop playing Tony with me. Banks.
Tony Banks back there. Ooh. And you want to blame that young quarterback. How about do some turnovers? How about knock somebody out the game? Talking all that dang tough stuff, man. We had Sugar in them back there, man. Hey, Big Goose in them. Do you know what Ray used to do? He used to come out there and in midfield and put a no running on my grass sign up.
Man, who are you picking? You going with the Jets?
Are you going with the Jets?
I'm going with the Jets. No, I'm
you said all that to say you going with.
No, because here's the thing, Marv. I done heard this all week about the Jets. Why are we talking about a losing team? So we're gonna talk about a losing team. Let's talk about them in true aspect. They sorry. They not who they think they were, and I hope the Pats blow them out.
Wow. Well, I mean, they were talking a lot of stuff because they had
Aaron Rodgers,
and Aaron's not
but
there.
They still talking about ESPN, Fox. I'm like, I said, when we start talking about losing teams like this, man, stop it.
I just don't understand how Zach Wilson could be so bad. It just doesn't make any sense.
Who cares if that defense think they that damn good? Then win the damn game.
Well, they ain't that damn good. Like I told you, you can't be as good as the Bears and the Ravens were back in the day because the rules are so much in the favor of the offense. Ain't nothing you can do. You can run picks. They don't call them picks. They call them rubs. I don't care what you call it. It's an easy play for the offense. So, defenses can't be as great as they used to be. Anyway, next slide. Commanders at home against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are 6.5-point road favorites. Yeah, I'm going with the Bills. Another blowout win for the Bills. Like what the Commanders are doing, all Commander fans out there. starting out 2-0, that's impressive. You look good. But yeah, you playing the Bills. Let's be real. Phil, who you got?
This is my bold pick.
Whoa.
This is my bold pick right here.
Okay.
I've said it from the beginning of the
As he
season.
sits down and lights up the ganja.
I don't trust Josh Allen. I picked against him last week. I'm gonna pick him against him this.
Okay,
I'm gonna pick him against him this week. I'm picking the Commanders here.
Okay,
I'm picking the Commanders here.
Not a reckless
defense,
pick.
Commanders defense is very underrated this year. They're playing nasty. They're playing well. Let's see what he does against a nasty defense. The Raiders don't have a nasty defense, right?
Okay.
He struggled against the Jets.
Okay.
Right. So let's see what he does against the Commanders defense here. So I'm picking the Commanders here. This is going to be a close game. And historically, the Bills and Commanders play close. It's not going to be a blowout.
Okay. Whatever. Don.
Man, I ain't wasting my time on this, man. I got, and that's my frat brother who's the offensive coordinator. However, I got the Bills blowing them out because my frat brother don't call plays for the defense. Right. They got their hands filled with Josh.
Yes,
I think Josh has figured it out, and he said, "Guess what? I'm plus in the touchdown department. So you can say how many interceptions I throw, but I'm in the plus in the touchdown department. So I'm gonna throw more touchdowns than I do interceptions. So let's go with Bills."
All right, next slide. Jags at home against the Texans. Jags are 9.5-point home favorites. Yeah, that number is really high. I don't think the Jags are going to win by 9.5. I think it's going to be much closer than that. But I think the Jags are still going to win. So I got the Jags. Phil.
Jags. I don't have to go any further about this.
Yeah. Don.
Yeah, Jags. I ain't wasting no time, Jags.
Yeah, let's just get that over with. Next slide. All right. We got Baltimore's current team at home against Baltimore's old team, the Colts. The Baltimore Ravens are 8-point home favorites against Baltimore's old team. Yeah, I'm going with Baltimore's current team over their old team. So, yeah. Phil, who you got? Which Baltimore team do you got?
I almost considered a bold pick on this. Almost considered a bold pick on this, but Anthony Richardson is in concussion protocol right now. I'm concerned about the Colts defense. So I'm picking the Ravens here.
Don, don't worry about it. We're gonna move to the next slide. I know who you got.
Yeah, this is personal, man, because
you still got the Mayflower
Colts,
truck.
The Colts, man. The Mayflower, man. I'm still taking that as personal, and like you said, man. I mean, yeah, that's the old Baltimore team because you ain't changed the name. Just like my ex-wife, she walking around, she with a new boyfriend, still wearing my last name for tax purposes.
Wow. Wow, that was personal.
Wow, that was personal.
Wow, you might have to edit that
tattooed on you. I thought that's what you was gonna say.
Yeah, I hope she's not listening.
Yeah. No, I hope she is listening. Oh wow. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Wow.
Yeah, next slide.
Next slide. We got Geno and the Seahawks at home against Don's Carolina Panthers. The Seahawks are 5.5-point home favorites. This one's real easy for me. After I saw Bryce Young last night, that was not good. Seahawks easily. Who you got, Phil?
I got the Seahawks here, but I don't know which Seahawks team's gonna show up. So I'm hoping the good one. So I got the Seahawks here.
Yeah, long as Geno doesn't throw any interceptions, they'll be fine. Don.
Yeah, man, it hurts me to say this.
You going with Bryce? Bryce, man.
Oh man,
he looks so young back there, man, and that line doesn't look like they would. I would respect their line if they had more holding penalties. At least they understand that they need to protect the quarterback. They not even having holding calls, man. They letting that guy get touched. So I got a problem with that. Somebody needs to get fired. So I'm going with the Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't think it's the old line, man. Stop it. But yeah,
I don't see enough holding calls, Ma.
It ain't enough holding. It's not like people getting free rushes on this dude.
Yes, they are, man. They're getting free rushes, man.
They ain't getting no free rushes. No, he's so tiny, man. They just raise their arms up, and he can't see anything.
Yeah, they getting free rushes, and I don't hear enough holding calls. That's when you know. That's when you know when you love your quarterback, when you hear holding number 54. And the quarterback would like he look at the O-line, he like, when we let him through.
All right, next slide. We got the Chiefs at home with the team that I will never pick again, the Chicago Bears, the bubble screen Chicago Bears. The Chiefs are 12.5-point home favorites. It should be more. I got the Chiefs winning this game. I am done with the Bears. I mean, they got a cupcake schedule, and they can't win a game. Phil, who you got?
Chiefs. I don't need to go down the reasons why.
Yeah. Don.
Even though it was a 4 o'clock game, and that gives the Bears enough time to go to church and drop money in the concession, I don't think they can drop enough money to get the message upstairs in order for them to give them a chance. So I got the Chiefs winning by 14.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs. Yeah, I think this is the game that Patrick Mahomes gets it together. The offense figures it out. They run it up on the Bears. I mean, Justin Fields. I mean, come on, kid. You had what, 3 years now? You hadn't figured out how to get the ball to your best receiver. I'm moving on. Next slide. All right.
Oh man,
we got
so heartbroken. So heartbroken.
Yeah, that was. I just it's like, man, come on, these guys, they gotta win this division. Anyway, Cardinals at home against the Cowboys. Cowboys are 12-point road favorites. Wow, 12 points. Yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys. I don't care what Don says. Cowboys are winning this, and they're going 3-0. Phil, who you got?
Cowboys. I'm not picking the Cards probably for the rest of the season.
Wow. They put up a good fight against the Giants.
Yeah, and then gave it up. The NFL or somebody upstairs in the Cardinals organization called. Like,
somebody made that phone call.
Somebody called.
Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Hey, Philosophikal picked us. We need to lose this game. So,
They saw Caleb Williams on Saturday, the day before, and they're like, what the hell are you doing? Our starting quarterback played yesterday. Don, who you got, man? You going?
Man, it pisses me off because this means a whole nother week of hearing Cowgirl Nation talk about how they're gonna win this next Super Bowl, even though I got 28 years of data that say you ain't. And I had to entertain the conversation because men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So they're going to have the numbers that's supporting their current situation. But I got 28 years of data, Dallas.
Yeah. When I would look back at my 28 years of data, I had to pull out my VHS tapes and see the good old days.
You're winning now, Mavs. Don't be a Phil. Don't be a Phil.
Cowboy Nation. I got y'all winning this game. Anyway. Next slide. Raiders at home against the Steelers. Yeah. Raiders are 1.5-point home favorites. They're home favorites here. Yeah, but I still got that man. I got that man Tomlin winning this game. The Steelers winning. Steelers going 2-1. Phil, who you got?
This may be the last week I picked the Steelers too. I'm picking the Steelers here, but I have a strange feeling the Raiders might. It's maybe upset alert for the Steelers. So
what wouldn't be upset for the?
Ain't no upset.
Be upset.
Ain't no upset.
It'd be upset. It'd be upset.
It'd be upset if the Steelers win or upset.
No, if the Raiders win.
Well, the Raiders are favored to win.
I'm talking as far as like on paper, as far as team wise.
Man, we don't play paper. We play on the gridiron. So make your daggone pick.
I'm picking the Steelers here.
Okay, Don, you going with the Raiders, right?
You damn right I'm going with the Raiders.
Wow.
You already knew.
I already knew you were going with the Raiders.
Hey, Steelers Nation, let's play. Hey, 2 out of 3 is good for me.
This is where I
lose this
separate.
game. They'll
This
put
is
me
where
2
I
out of
separate
3.
from Don right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got hate in your heart, let it show.
Yep, this when Don falls to the bottom. All right, next we got 2 Monday night games again. First Monday night game, we have the Buccaneers at home against the Eagles. Eagles are 5-point road favorites. So I picked the Eagles to win this game. I'm concerned about the Eagles. They don't look as strong, but that defense is strong. That defense.
Speak on it.
Yeah, it's the Buccaneers. I'm not picking the Bucs. I'm going with the Eagles. Screw them.
I'm going with the Eagles. The Eagles have had 11 days of rest. I'm pretty sure they probably figured it out, some type of game plan, working on it. So I'm picking the Eagles here.
Don, who you got?
I got the Eagles winning, but I'm gonna watch the behavior because I'm starting to see the Eagles become a more ball dominant team. They're eating the clock. They're running the ball, which means less passes to Brown. Smith is a formidable opponent. Smith is beating his receivers 1-on-1. So I mean his defender 1-on-1. So he's getting open faster than Brown is. So even though Brown probably his first read, he's seeing Smith open, which is the safe bet.
Right.
So that's where I see a little bit of disharmony because last game they were winning, but there's still some hardship on the sideline.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Eagles. All right. And lastly, we had the Bengals at home against the Rams. The Bengals are 2.5-point home favorites. Yeah, that doesn't matter to me. I think the Rams are going to win this game. I kind of like what the Rams are doing. I mean, they're competing, still not making the playoffs, but they're competing. Don't get carried away, Phil. I didn't say they're making the playoffs. They're competing.
Wow.
So I got the Rams winning this game. I'm not sure about Joe Burrow. I'm not sure about him. I'm not sure he's healthy, man. And so Rams. Phil, who you got?
I'm picking the Rams here. I'm just stunned what I just heard from the Marvelous One. You know, he told me the Rams were a dumpster fire.
Well, when 2 dumpster fires meet each other, I mean,
they become empty. The dumpster
Who got the biggest
empty.
fire?
Who got the biggest fire? I gotta look at.
Well, the Bengals on a dumpster fire. So
why aren't they? Why aren't they? Huh? Why aren't they? They're trash.
They've had a history of winning.
They're trash.
If we look at the data,
yesterday's prices aren't today's prices.
Yeah, but history showed that Joe Burrow was healthy.
Is that how we play football? We play football through history?
That's true.
Dallas fans?
Don, who you got, man?
Hey, you know who I got, man. I'm going with the Rams because yesterday's prices aren't today's prices.
What do you guys? I didn't get a chance. We didn't get a chance to talk about it earlier. What are you guys' thoughts on these double games on Monday night?
I love it.
You like it? Don't like it?
I love it.
I like it because the first game starts early.
And they need to do it on Thursday nights too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we get stuck with those dumb games.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it having 2 games being played. I like that the first game is played earlier, but I just don't like the fact that they overlap.
I don't like Amazon Prime's presentation either. So,
all right.
I like the fact that you're not gonna get stuck watching a lemon game no more. You get to choose.
Well,
man.
that Carolina Saints game was a bad game. So,
yes.
Hey, watch them out. All right. On that note, let's wrap this thing up, man. Thanks for joining us. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Watch your mouth, man.